This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Coates versus Coates. You all have been together 9 years. You've been married for 5 of those years, but your marriage is literally on the rocks. And the question is, will it survive today? Mr. Coates, would you tell me why you've opened your case today?
I believe she's been cheating on me with a guy. He owns a black truck. She keeps saying I'm paranoid, I'm crazy, this and that, but...
How many black trucks are in Greene County, Ohio?
How many coincidences is
A lot, because I've got an answer for everything and an explanation.
So she's telling you this is all in your head?
Oh, it's not.
He's paranoid.
It's not.
You're saying he's paranoid, and you're hearing that she's saying you're paranoid.
I hear.
But you have this mystery man in a black truck, and you're like, it's too many coincidences involving this.
Too many.
Ms. Coates, you look annoyed.
I'm very annoyed. I've been dealing with this for almost 2 years. It's costed me jobs, friends, family. It's out of control. It's ridiculous. I'm here today to prove myself once and for all that I'm not a cheater, I'm a good wife, and to clear my name, because everybody he tells this story to thinks I'm a cheating liar.
Because it's all true. Everything I say is true.
But Ms. Coates, you're saying it's all in his head.
It is.
That's your
There's an explanation for everything that he sees or does or says.
He's just paranoid.
Yes.
So you've accused your wife of cheating on you. What were the warning signs that you saw that made you think something's going on?
I got home from work and there's not footprints, but you know what gets the mud and dirt that dries up underneath, and it had to be boot prints because the mud, dried up mud was so thick. Like it couldn't have been from a regular old tennis shoe, slippers.
No, those are from my slippers because I carry groceries in by myself.
Ms. Coates, hold on. We'll give you a
Slippers
chance.
don't have tread on.
Hold on. So you thought she had a man in the house?
Exactly.
Because those look like tracks from a work boot.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, where did the work boot tracks?
It wasn't a work boot tracks.
Okay.
Outside of our house, it's muddy, there's trees. I carried groceries in by myself. I had slippers that I carried in the groceries with.
Slippers don't have tread on them.
I have 4 kids and I carried them all in by myself. It wasn't tread. They were the little flowers and mud prints that, from me carrying the groceries.
It was chunks of dirt.
Okay, why would you track the mud in your house?
I would have had too many bags of groceries carrying it myself. If I was gonna cheat, I would have cleaned that up.
She couldn't kick her slippers off?
I would have cleaned it up and
She ain't even got to bend down and take them off. She can take them off, put them on, ain't even got to bend down.
I'm like, I understand the concept, you've got to take them in, but why would you track mud in? Wouldn't you take them off? Take the clothes in the grocery, take the groceries into the house?
You ain't got to use your hands. You can kick them off.
I don't have nothing to hide, so why am I worried about hiding some mud when I don't have anything to hide?
I'm sorry, are there any other signs that Ms. Coates is cheating?
I was walking down the road. A buddy of mine stopped. I was talking to him. He had a van. I'm talking to him in somebody else's driveway.
Okay.
Well, I seen her coming up at the light, so I walked to the curb. I start waving my hands when she drives by.
Because it wasn't me.
There's a guy in the passenger seat, her driving. You know, I even seen enough of him to where he didn't have a shirt on. He was a tan dude, and I see my kids in the back seat.
I was on the other side of town, dropping my oldest daughter off at her friend's house, and then I was coming to get him. We were not in that area on that day, and there was no man half naked in my front seat.
She was 2 rows over at my son's house at the same time. What do you mean she wasn't in the vicinity?
Hold on, Mr. Coates. Okay, you're saying he misidentified your car.
Yes.
He misidentified his wife. He misidentified his children.
Yes.
All 3?
All 3.
I might give you 1 or 2, but all 3?
All 3. We weren't even over there. I had all of my kids with me that day. I dropped my oldest daughter off at her friend's and then went to take him food.
Do you know the odds of him misidentifying all 3?
Do you know the odds of how paranoid he is?
So why do you think she's cheating now?
I'm not sure right at this time, but I know she's been cheating on me for...
I've never cheated on you.
Okay, well, why do you think she has cheated and cheated with this mystery man? What you said you had coincidences.
Well,
tell me about that.
Can I show you on the monitor?
Absolutely. Step over to the monitor.
There's this black truck. It's always surrounded by with a black truck.
Okay.
My neighbor sits on her porch all morning, all day long. Every time I've ever left or come home, she's on her porch. So I go over and talk to her. You seen any cars in my driveway while I'm at work? There was a black truck in your driveway with a trailer attached to it, pulled all the way up in your driveway.
And when did she say that truck had been there?
while I was at work in the daytime, around noon.
Okay, so was it that particular day? Or she said, I've seen this on several days, or
She just said
last week?
She said, I've seen a black truck in your driveway. And I don't know anybody with a black truck. I don't have anybody at my house with a black truck, especially with a trailer on it.
Okay, hold on, Ms. Coates. Hold on.
And especially while I'm not there.
All right, what else you got?
Well, same black truck.
Okay.
So I'm seeing this black truck at her work every day. I'd leave my work, go on lunch. I'd drive by, that truck would be at her work.
And so now you made it a point to go by her job to see if you see this.
Yes, sir.
If you're at lunch or whether you got to run an errand for your work, you're going by her job to see what you can see, and you're seeing this black truck, the same black truck that you that was reported in your driveway is now at her job.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, what else you got?
So after that, I go to pick her up, and I'm sitting across, there's a gas station right across the street from her work.
Okay.
But I'm out of the way so she don't see me in the parking lot so I can see who's driving this black truck.
Okay.
Woo!
He pulls out of the parking lot, pulls into right in front of me at the gas station, turns his truck off, looks front like this. I can't really see because his windows are tinted, and he had a hat on. That's why I know he looked my way. Started his truck and tore it up out of there, burnt tires, and rolled out. Like he noted, like he didn't want me to see him or something.
As soon as he looked in your direction.
As soon as he seen me in my car, he took off.
All right.
Anything else?
One of my family members told me I could have swore I seen Brandy getting out of a jacked up black truck.
That family member's a liar.
Okay, so did that family member know about your issue with the mystery black truck?
Not with the black truck or nothing.
She just out the blue says this to you?
No, I'm talking to her about me thinking she's cheating on me. I never mentioned a black truck, nothing.
Okay, and she said, well, yeah, I think I saw her getting out of it. And you're like, oh, there it is.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, come back to your podium.
All right, Miss Coates.
You been biting at the bit.
Oh, yeah.
All right, this black truck, this mystery black truck.
I wish I knew who drove that damn black truck.
Well, we want to know from you who drives the black truck.
I don't know. I wish I knew.
But he's at your job every day.
I am a tax professional, okay? I don't have time to talk on the phone, let alone get up and down and go see who's out in my parking lot.
But Ms. Coates, you said he misidentified his car, his kid, his wife, and now you're saying out of the 4 times that he saw this black truck in areas where you were, you're saying, nope, wasn't me, wasn't me,
I have no idea who drives it.
me.
Her answer
don't
is,
know
what do you want
who
me
drives
to do
the black
about
truck,
it?
No.
don't know what black truck he's talking
And
about.
the neighbor, she ran over to me that day. Like I told Eric, there was a truck in the driveway, and at that same time, one of our family members pulled up, and she said, that's the truck I told him it was. And it was one of our family members. And he said, no, she said it was black. And she said, no, I told him it was blue.
This is a conversation I didn't hear. Of course, I wasn't there for that one.
Ooh, Cutler, this is a mess.
I know. Mr. Coates, let me ask you this. Has anybody ever told you that she has been with somebody else?
This is where it gets good. My youngest daughter barely knows how to speak, tells me when mommy's friend comes over, they make me go upstairs and watch TV with another family member. Well, a week later, I see my daughter in a new dress. And I'm like, oh, I like your dress, baby doll. Where'd you get that? Because I've never seen it before. She does this. Don't want to look at me and stuff. I was like, it's all right, baby doll. You can tell me. You can tell me. She made me pinky promise not to say nothing to her. Said that mommy's friend bought it for me. I said, mommy's friend? Is mommy's friend a guy or a girl? He's a guy.
Well, Mr. Coates, let me ask you this. How does it feel as a father to have your daughter telling you about your wife's involvement with another man? To hear from your daughter.
Low, really low. Really low. Like I'm a nobody.
A horrible wife would cheat. A bad mom would involve their kids in a cheating situation, and I'm neither.
So you're saying, again, this is just something all in his head,
Yes,
never
sir.
happened?
Yes, sir.
I see her making up,
Mr.
might
Coates?
with her friend or something like that. We're arguing whatever on the phone. She sends me a picture of divorce papers. It's blank, like, you know, keep playing, I'm gonna divorce you type stuff. Well, we reconciled the day that we was working things out. I looked in her phone, and there was an email with an attachment to it. So I opened up the email, and it was those divorce papers filled out.
They were not filled out.
Filled out, emailed to another guy. Like, to me, that's showing proof that you're about to leave me.
Filled out with your name, her name.
Oh, her name
They were not filled
versus me, all that. On the first page, they got all that. It was all filled out.
And she sent it to another man.
Yes, sir.
And you think that other man might be our mystery
Yes, sir.
black truck driver?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, did you send divorce papers to another man?
No, I did not. So what had happened was I had already lost my job.
Another story.
So as I was sending my resume out, my phone shows PDFs. It don't show what they are, it just shows PDF. There's 200 resumes I had submitted. It was sent to another man. However, I didn't do it. I think I meant to send my resume to him and I clicked the wrong PDF, but they were not filled out.
Okay, but he says they were filled out.
They were not filled out.
Yeah, they were.
So you think you sent your blank divorce papers to somebody from whom you were seeking a job?
Yes, because it just said PDF at the top. It didn't show a
But
picture
the
of
people-
But wouldn't that person have written you back and said, why am I
Not if
getting
they don't
these?
know who I am. I mean, or if they even didn't get them.
That was the only message,
Because the only person I ever sent them
attachment,
to
the
was
only
him.
thing in there. But when you
No, there
send
was
an
resumes in
email,
there.
if you just send it to the number, it shows up a number. If you send it to somebody that's contacts in your phone, it shows up a
No, it don't. Not
a
an
letter.
email. An
It
email.
shows up
It
a
shows
letter.
up their name.
It shows up a letter in the little circle beside the
Yes,
email.
it shows up
Oh,
their
yeah,
name.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Thank you.
Because the circle was there with his initial in it, he knows that's one of her contacts, and that's why he's saying it wasn't some random person you're trying to get a job from. This was someone you knew, and that's why I think this is the gentleman, the mystery black truck driver. Mr. Cutler?
All right.
I think it's time to wrap it up. I think that if we don't help them get this resolved, they might get the divorce here right in front of us.
Yeah. If it is determined today as a result of today's proceeding that she's cheating, what's going to happen?
Oh, we're done. We are done.
No doubt about it.
No doubt. No doubt. Because if we need mediation for you to tell me the truth, you know, what about the next lie? And then the next one, like, we're going to have somebody intervene to tell me the truth.
Well, at this time, the court would like to call licensed polygraph examiner Kendall Schull to determine, is she cheating? Rob, please escort him in.
Kendall Schull.
How are you, Mr. Schull?
I'm great, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're one of the friends of our court. You have this amazing career that you've had. You spent 35 years at the FBI. You have a master's degree in polygraph examination.
I have.
And you have 18 years in your own private practice providing that.
I do, Your Honor.
So, you conducted the polygraph examination of Ms. Coates, and you asked her, since being married, have you had physical, sexual contact with the person who drives the black truck that your husband saw parked at your job? What was her response?
She said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that she was being truthful, Your Honor.
Wait, how are you feeling?
Emotional.
Yeah, it's a lot. Okay.
You say emotional. What's going through your mind right now? What are you feeling right now?
We've been through so much with these accusations. It's ruined our marriage already. And how do you get back from something like that?
This is the first step, though. If we get it all out on the table, you can start anew. I promise you.
But we still have one more question. You asked Ms. Coates, since being married, have you had physical sexual contact with any person other than your husband? What was her response to that question?
She said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that she was being truthful, Your Honor.
I told you I'm not a cheater or a liar.
Oh, I do apologize, and I'm very sorry. From the bottom of my heart, I am. Give me a hug. I'm sorry. I am sorry, baby.
You look relieved. You look satisfied.
Oh, I'm very satisfied.
All right,
I
well,
just
let's
feel
talk.
bad.
And you probably should. But let's talk about that, because feeling bad doesn't move the ball forward, right?
Right.
Ms. Coates, I think the reason there was so much passion involved with this is because you're passionate people.
Very much so.
You all have been together 2 years, you're living together, but these cheating allegations have moved you from your bedroom to the couch or a family member's house. Please explain what has happened that has caused you to change your sleeping arrangements.
Well, Your Honor, I feel like Ms. Brunson isn't being 100% honest. I feel like she's cheating on me with my brother.
With your brother?
With my brother.
Wow.
What? You believe your girlfriend is sleeping with your blood brother?
Correct.
I mean, cheating is bad in and of itself, and then you complicate it with his brother?
But that's the thing, I'm not sleeping with his brother. I'm not sleeping with anyone but him.
And you're mad about it.
I really am, because that's insulting. It's one thing to say that I'm cheating on you so you don't trust me, but it's another thing to say that I'm cheating on you with your brother. Like, this is somebody this is blood, someone you grew up with. Like, are you serious? It's really upsetting.
But she's doing stuff that's untrustworthy, so it's not like it's if you show signs of cheating and if it's awkward when it comes to them, then what am I supposed to?
Okay, so what signs am I showing?
Well, she took the question out of my mouth. There it is. What sign is she showing?
Just the environment in itself is just causing me to be extremely uncomfortable. So I'm checking her phone. I'm noticing that she has extra panties in her purse and wipes in her purse and stuff like that. So
you're going through her purse?
Yes.
She is.
You know that a woman's purse is sacrosanct, right?
Exactly. Thank you.
I do.
I mean, even I know you don't go in a woman's purse.
That would be a problem, Mr. Cutler.
That's how we survived this long.
That's how we survived this long. And you know what? You're so well trained. When I invite you,
Well trained.
well versed.
Okay.
Well versed that you, even when I asked you to go in my purse, you're like, really? For sure? I mean, and I'm like, yes, I told you to go get my keys. So, I mean, it's a real thing about women in their purse. When you found out that he had gone through your purse, what was your gut reaction to that?
Well, my gut reaction was to just blow up. I had to take a few breaths to calm down because, like you said, like a woman's purse is sacred. But then, not only did you go through my purse, but based off what you found, which to me isn't anything, you're still accusing me of doing something. Like I can't speak for all women, but me and my friends keep extra pair of panties, keep wet wipes because I don't like tissue. And I mean, we're female. There are some things that could happen to where we might have to change our panties, and wet wipes keep us clean in that area. Oh, like cheating? Yeah, exactly. There is nothing about his brother that even remotely turns me on. I mean, he's
Not
like
your guy.
my same size and everything. Like, I'm trying to make love, not start fires. 2 sticks ain't gonna work. It's not. I'm not doing that.
So you like a man with a little meat on his bone?
I do.
Okay.
And obviously he has that. And
he's a good-looking man. He's a good-looking man.
I mean, his brother is ugly, but his personality, that's not something I'm attracted to. So there's nothing about him.
Okay, so tell me why you think she's cheating.
Like I said, every morning I get up to go to work. I typically grab my shirt out the hamper. This particular morning, I grabbed my shirt out the hamper, and a pair of boxers fall out that aren't mine.
That aren't yours?
Boxers with me? Yeah, they're not mine.
Okay.
So as you can see, these are extremely small.
Right.
She never hefty guy. This ain't no hefty underwear, and it can barely fit on my arm. Can't
They
get one leg
tidy.
in them. You know, so they're very small, as you can see. At the time, my brother was staying with us, so of course the first thought was, these are his. I mean, he's a slimmer guy than I am. So the first thing I thought was, okay, what are my brother's boxers doing in our room?
But if the hamper's there,
If you can see the layout of our apartment, you would have a better understanding. So would you mind if I step to the screen?
you submitted the layout. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure.
Please do.
So tell us what we're looking at.
So there's a hamper in our bedroom. There's a hamper in my brother's bedroom, and there's a hamper in the washroom. So my first question is, why? Like, this is our bedroom. Is he in our bedroom? Why are they in our bedroom?
You can step back.
Okay.
Let me wait till you get to your podium. All right, Ms. Brunson.
Ms. Brunson, I mean, those boxers look like they could fit a stick.
They definitely do.
So were you starting a fire?
No, never that. Never that, Judge. Never that. Just like I was telling Sergio, as you can see, we share a bathroom. And Sergio has lived with his brother for years. He knows that his brother is not a clean person. So when I saw these clothes on the ground, I picked them up and I put them in a hamper so that they can be washed.
So you're just saying this is a simple accident. It was just you trying to keep the place tidy.
Exactly.
Not you sleeping with his brother.
Disgusting.
Okay. Very clear how she feels about that. At least that's what she's saying.
Mr. Babino, do you buy that explanation?
I don't.
Obviously.
You don't buy it?
I don't.
Are there any other reasons to believe that Miss Brunson has stepped outside of your relationship with your brother, more importantly?
Typically, we have events at the house from time to time. So this particular incident, we were having a barbecue at the house. Once things start to die down and stuff starts to wrap up, the neighbor from next door pulls me aside and states that she's seen some strange activity between Angel and my brother.
You submitted a video statement from this neighbor.
I did.
All right, can we watch that right now?
Please.
It was this one particular time that they were having a barbecue, Angel and Sergio having a barbecue. And I went outside to smoke a cigarette. And while I was out there, I seen her get out the car with Skylar, that's Serge's brother. And he grabbed her. They had at least been gone for an hour, over an hour.
Ms. Brunson, what was that about?
Okay, so what Sergio did not explain is that this neighbor is someone that I've told him on more than one occasion I believe likes him. Because the very first time that we met, like when he introduced me to this girl, she gave me the meanest of looks, like I stepped into her territory or something. So.
Never made you feel welcome?
At all.
You know, Mr. Keller, generally when you have relatives accusing relatives of sleeping with their significant other, it's usually something else going on.
Something else cooking under the surface?
Under the surface. So I'm gonna ask you, Mr. Babino, what's cooking under the surface?
Well, I was dating a girl. At this time, me and my brother were living together. And at that time, I worked like right around the corner from my job. So on my lunch break, I'm calling, she's not answering. So I call my brother, he's not answering. So, suspicion set in, worry. So I shoot to the house. Upon opening the door at the house, they're on the couch naked, together.
That's what hurts the most. I mean, I understand his past, and I understand that because of what happened, he's having trust issues, but those trust issues need to be with your brother. That has nothing to do with me.
And you are adamant that you are not sleeping with his brother.
No.
And you're like, that's what I think is going on.
That's what I think is going on.
And all the evidence is here to show it.
What it feels like, yes.
Well, there's your side, there's her side, and there's the brother's side. And the brother is here. Why would you escort him in, please?
Mr. Babin, I'll go right up to the witness stand, sir. Your boxes, bro.
Would you state your name, please, for the record?
Skylar Babino.
Okay. And Mr. Babino, you are the brother of Mr. Sergio Babino, correct?
Yes.
How did you end up in that position, naked with his girlfriend?
Well, at the time, I didn't even really think that was his girlfriend. Like, I thought she was just like, at that time, it's two men living together. It's kind of like two bachelors living together, you know what I'm saying? They gonna have friends sleep over, you know what I'm saying? I got people that sleep over, he got people that sleep over all the time. You know, I think it was that he cared for her that way, you know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, roommates share food, and roommates may share clothes.
Yeah.
They might share bills.
Share that.
And so you figured any woman he brought home was fair game?
I mean, if he don't care about it like that, then, I mean, and if she coming on to me, then yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it wasn't like Angel. Like, I knew that's his girl. I knew he liked her. I mean, I put them together.
All right, well, how did your boxers end up in their hamper?
That ain't mine, man. They don't even look like it fit me. I'm skinny and all, but hey.
They look like they're your size.
I wear only one brand.
All right.
We heard another instance where a witness saw you grab Miss Brunson's bottom when you all came back from the store.
We ain't touch at all. At all.
So you completely deny even touching her?
Nah, I'm telling you, I ain't touched this girl at all. And I ain't no stick. Let me set the record straight, you know what I'm saying? Slim, not no stick.
You heard that testimony too,
Yeah,
huh?
man.
But you're not no stick.
Yeah, I ain't no stick.
Then that leads me to this question. You know, has there been an instance of these two sticks rubbing together?
No, never that, never that.
You have not had any kind of intimate relationship with Miss Brunson?
No, I put them together. Like, I think the girl was just mad because she liked my brother. And I introduced Angel to my brother. So, I mean, she kind of got a vendetta against Angel and me, you know what I'm saying? So, but I ain't never touched Angel, ever.
So, Mr. Babino, do you believe your brother?
No.
You don't believe him?
Wow.
You still believe that something has gone on between your brother and your girlfriend?
I mean, based on the past, I mean, even though he's tried to earn my trust back, at this point, I don't fully have his trust.
You still believe your girlfriend slept with your brother?
Yes.
If it turns out that that's true, if the results today come back that show that your girlfriend has slept with your brother, what's going to happen to your relationships? This relationship and this relationship?
They'll both be done. To be burned twice by, you know, a relative that you love, I mean, it's okay to, like I said, fool me once, shame on, you're right.
Shame on you.
Yeah, fool me twice, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
So you're willing to walk away from love and blood?
Yes.
And Ms. Brunson, this has got to be hard on you because you are accused of sleeping with his brother. And you're standing here listening to this testimony, listening to the evidence, and you in your heart feel like you haven't done anything wrong.
Exactly. That's exactly how I feel. I mean, there's one thing, I don't know, one of my biggest pet peeves is being lied on and accused of things that I did not do.
Yeah.
And I've never been accused of doing anything to this extent. I mean, it's one thing to come to me and say, I believe you're cheating on me, but I'm cheating on you with your brother? Like, that's a type of character diminishment that I would never.
It's just low down, dirty, nasty
stuff. Exactly.
We've got a situation here where you got two relationships on the line. Mr. Babino, our witness, says he never has had any kind of intimate relationship with Ms. Brunson. And we have the fact that these two brothers have history. And for all these reasons, Mr. Babino believes there's something going on and he wants to get to the bottom of it today. And if it turns out that it's true, both relationships are done.
Well, this court has done a complete investigation to answer all of those questions. At this time, the court would like to call out certified polygraph examiner Michael Williams to determine, is she cheating? Mr. Williams, would you share with the court what your credentials are?
I'm currently a certified polygraph examiner for the state of Georgia, and I'm also a private detective.
All right. You asked Ms. Brunson, since the beginning of your relationship with your boyfriend, Mr. Babino, have you had sexual intercourse with his brother, Mr. Skylar Babino? What was her response?
Your Honor, she said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
Your Honor, the lie detector determined that she was being truthful.
You asked Ms. Brunson, since the beginning of your relationship with your boyfriend, Mr. Sergio Babino, have you had sexual intercourse with any other man? What was her response to that question?
Your Honor, she said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
Lie detector determined she was being truthful.
Mr. Babino, now that you've gotten the answers to the questions you had, what do you see as the future of your relationship with Ms. Brunson?
Well, first off, I owe both of them an apology for the accusations in general. So I do apologize to both of y'all, and I do hope that me and Ms. Brunson can move forward. If she had me, I'd like to give her a hug if she doesn't mind.
Ms. Brunson?
I don't think she's at that point yet, and that's
I want to hug you.
She gonna give me a hug.
You can hug me.
Oh boy. Ms. Brunson, you've been carrying a weight.
I have.
It's gone. The question is, has the weight done so much damage that you can't move forward?
I don't think it's anything that a 7-day cruise wouldn't fix.
Whoa! I like how that girl thinks. Ms. Perkins, you have brought your husband to court today because you believe he is not being honest with you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell the court about this.
We met in 2013, got married, had kids together. I feel like he's cheating on me and cheating on me with his clients that he have. He do photography and he has his little female friends that he take pictures of, and I feel like he's cheating on me with them.
It's not true, Your Honor. They're just clients.
So, Mr. Courier, you are here and you are saying to your wife you are not cheating.
Correct.
It's just the business you're in.
You're right.
I'm a photographer, beautiful women, most likely.
No.
No, they're not here.
What kind of photographer are you?
I'm a cinematic photographer. I also do portrait photography, meaning face shots. I also do baby photography.
And because there are women involved, your wife thinks that you're cheating with them.
Correct. Every woman that I encounter, every woman that looks at me, it's a problem. She may not say nothing right then and there, but I can feel it. It's just like...
He looks at them, Your Honor. He looks at them. They don't look at him. He looks at them.
So there's nothing wrong with looking.
I'm trying to give Mr. Courier the benefit of the doubt, but he's a photographer. He observes. So a beautiful woman comes by, he's like, if I saw her, I'd take her picture this way, this way. Am I right?
Correct. You're absolutely right.
Okay, but if I'm looking at a man...
You don't
But
take
you're not
pictures.
a photographer.
You're not a photographer.
And the other thing is, Mr. Cutter, what have I told you about the rule about being on a diet?
Yeah, just because you're on a diet doesn't mean you can't look at the menu.
Mm-hmm.
So
now you can't order from the menu, but you can look at the menu.
Right.
If a man stops looking, he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
So he needs to look.
Okay.
All right, but you think that it's more than just a look.
Yes.
Why else do you believe Mr. Courier is cheating?
I was looking through his laptop, and I seen a woman in his laptop that was in my house with a bra and panties on. She was in my living room. I have proof right here.
This is a picture that you found in his laptop.
Yes.
Ron, would you get those pictures, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so why were you going through his laptop?
Just going through it. I just wanted to get on the internet.
All right, so this is a photograph of a woman who is in her underwear.
Yes.
How do you know this is in your house? I mean, it's white walls and just a bed.
I have a blanket that colors right here.
Could you bring that up, Ron, please?
This photograph was taken on this blanket at your house.
That's what she said.
Well, what do you say? Where was this picture made?
This picture here was taken...
At our house.
Actually taken at my house.
Okay.
At our house.
All right, well, let's
taken at my house.
Okay. While this picture would put me off as a wife, it's the other two pictures that really are disturbing.
Yes, it is. I can't even
Take a look. Take a look.
I can't even look at it.
There's a picture of you laid up with this young lady.
Yes.
On the bed, on these sheets. You can really see the sheet on this one. Okay, explain.
Well, see that right there, it was just a client of mine, just taking a picture of one of my clients with one of my clients.
All right, let's look at this third one. How about that?
It's like your hand was on her thigh. Just
No.
That's the blanket.
Yeah, that's the blanket.
Yeah, I said the pictures was taken in my house, but those are nothing but Instagram pictures. They were never posted on Instagram. So.
It doesn't matter where they were posted. Why were you and another woman laying on a blanket or sheets in your house?
We was only in the house to take some pictures, and those are pictures that were taken.
But you told me at the very beginning of this hearing what kind of pictures you took. You took portraits, you took pictures of babies. What baby is that?
No, it's no. I mean, a picture can tell 1,000 words.
It's telling a lot of words.
There's about 20 million words being told with this one.
And Your Honor, the next day when I seen that picture, I found a condom wrapper in my drawer in my kitchen. He said he pleased himself with the condom.
That is correct.
But I feel like he had sex with the girl that's on that picture with that condom.
Okay, why was there a condom wrapper in your kitchen drawer?
Well, Your Honor, you know, they have these free HIV testing stands around. So I had got HIV testing and came back negative, that's good. They also give out condoms. So they gave me a pack of condoms.
Why was it open?
And like I told her at the house, I used that to please myself. And that's what I told her. That's what happened.
Before?
I mean, it's the first time for everything, you know, just trying something different instead of bringing somebody else into the house.
Okay.
All right, so, I mean, you're a married man. Why are you getting
house.
HIV tested?
You've been married 3 years.
You're not sleeping with anybody else.
I mean, that's just to know your status. That's how they get you to take those tests, to know your status.
All right, here's the question. Mr. Courier, did you sleep with this woman?
No, Your Honor, I did not.
So you just lied on the bed up in your house on your wife's sheets taking pictures?
Now, with a half-naked woman.
Why the half-naked woman, yes.
That's like a picture that you will post on Instagram saying that thank you for working with this person here, and I will tag this person through social media.
Ms. Perkins, you are not buying any of this.
No, because...
What did you do after you saw the photos?
I actually tried to find the girl on Instagram. And
did you find her?
I did find her, and I talked to her.
Wow.
And she said she did not have sex with him, but I don't believe that for nothing.
Nothing happened.
All right.
Pictures.
Well, there's the husband side, there's the wife side, and there's the half-naked woman on your bed side. And she is here today. Ron, would you please escort the next witness in?
Yes, Shauna.
What is your relationship to Mr. Courier?
He was my photographer.
At the time he was your photographer, did he tell you he was married?
No, we never discussed it because it was a personal business. It wasn't, you know.
So it was just business?
Yeah.
Why did you want him to take pictures of you?
Because I'm trying to become a model.
Okay, and so you were going to send these out to companies that might want to use you as a model?
Of course.
Okay, and that was the purpose that you took these pictures?
Yes.
Okay.
How did you find him?
We bumped into each other, and I sat there and I was telling him, he told me how he worked at a club, and I told him how I would want to dance and how I got into modeling and how much my photographer was charging me. And he said that he can cut the price.
Where did you meet?
At a gas station.
Okay. All right. So how does that happen at a gas station?
Networking.
I guess so.
So, did you ask him for a sample of his work?
He showed me a few pictures. I followed him on his Instagram.
But you liked what you saw?
Yes.
All right, so you wanted him to take these photographs because you wanted to use them as part of your portfolio for modeling.
Exactly.
You wanted to send to other people that would say, hey, we can use her as a model.
Exactly.
Okay. So, do you always pose with your photographers in pictures like this?
Yes, I pose with everybody.
So every photographer that you've taken a picture with, you've posed in a picture like this?
As a model, you have a fan base, you know? So it is good to take pictures with other people to get your fan base up.
All right, I'm gonna ask the hard question. Have you ever had sexual relations with Mr. Courier? Have you ever had sexual relations with Mr. Courier?
No.
None whatsoever?
No.
No.
Have you had sexual contact?
No. I mean, it was just harmless flirting, but nothing physical, no nothing like that.
So what kind of harmless flirting? What did he say?
I mean, just like you're cute or stuff like little flirting.
And you thought it was harmless?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a beautiful woman and he's a non-gay man, so he should. You know, he should. His alleged wife, she hit me up. I explained to her, first of all, I apologized because I didn't know she even existed.
What did you apologize for?
Because I feel bad for her being a pregnant woman to be put in that situation because I'm a single mother myself, you know? So I empathized for her, you know? Because number one, no woman should be in my house when I'm not home, you know? So me as a woman, I should respect that, but I would have if I knew, you know? I didn't know.
So, Ms. Perkins?
Yes.
You've heard Ms. Adams' testimony.
Yes, I did.
Do you believe her?
Yeah, I do believe her.
So you believe that there was no sexual contact between Ms. Adams
Hearing her
and your
now,
husband?
I don't think they did anything. I don't think she'll lie. I don't think she'll lie.
All right, well, to get to the bottom of this, the court ordered a polygraph examination of Mr. Courier, and we have those results. Ron, would you please escort Mr. Kendall Scholl into the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good to see you, Mr. Scholl.
Good to see you, Your Honor.
Mr. Courier.
Yes.
You look a little nervous to me. You holding on to that podium?
Yeah, I'm good though.
Are you nervous?
No, not nervous.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something. I got male sons, I got 3 of them. Been married to him for a couple of minutes. And I can tell when men are like, especially when I'm getting ready to get with my boys and I'm like, okay. So I see that same kind of, so let me just say this to you. It is better for you to tell your story than for Mr. Scholl to tell your story. So if it's something you need to say to your wife, this would be the perfect time to say, hey, I want to come clean. I've had some issues, but I want to move forward. We don't know the results. Only you do. And he does. Only you know the truth.
Yes, Your Honor.
And so if there's a truth you need to tell, please take advantage of it right now. Is it anything you want to tell this court, but more importantly, your wife, or should we go straight to the results?
The only thing I have to say is anything that has happened in our relationship, we have talked about it. So there is nothing that she should be in the blind about or anything like that, so.
I'm not.
All right, so you're saying everything that you've done, she already knows about?
Correct.
There have been no other women that she doesn't know about that you've been with?
Correct.
We're gonna see.
Correct.
We're gonna see.
All right.
All right.
All right, let's go to the results.
Mr. Courier was asked, did you use the condom wrapper Ms. Perkins found in the kitchen drawer to have sexual intercourse with another woman? What was his response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined he was being deceptive.
I did not use that condom to have sexual intercourse with any.
Oh, Jesus.
Ms. Perkins, you don't believe that?
No, I don't. No, I don't. He believes his own lies sometimes.
All right, let's go to the final question. Mr. Courier was asked, have you ever had sexual intercourse with Miss Adams? What was his response?
His response was no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined he was being deceptive.
Well, Mr. Courier, you know, the lie detector determined you were being deceptive when you said you did not have any sexual contact with Ms. Adams. I got to go with the lie detector test in these pictures. They all indicate that you had sexual contact with Ms. Adams.
Ms. Adams, Mr. Courier may not be being truthful or deceptive, but you didn't know he was married.
No, I didn't. And I didn't know they had all this going on.
So what really happened when you took these pictures?
Drew, you are my friend. But, I mean, you have to be honest sometimes. You feel me? You can't just hurt her like that. And I was sitting here protecting my friend, but you can't do her like that. You can't just drag somebody through the mud and then, you know, expect your friends to lie for you.
So what happened? Did you all have sex?
Yeah.
Ms. Perkins?
I don't even know what to say.
You look devastated. Would you tell him how you feel?
I don't even think you know how much you hurt me, Drew. I don't even think you know. If somebody do something to you the same way you're doing it to me, you wouldn't want them to do that to you. You would not. I don't even know if I want to fix it. I really don't.
I will never sit on this bench and tell a married person to walk away from their spouse. It's not my place. But I will say this, is that you should not be a doormat. You should not be used. But that's up to you to figure out.
Mr. Currier, the truth has now come out. What do you want to say?
Well, the only thing I want to say is, Randy, I do love you. I'm still in love with you. I made a mistake, and I want to fix it, and I want us to grow, but I have to fix myself, and I have to treat you better than how I've been treating you.
Ms. Perkins, will you be able to put all that you've heard today and all that you've experienced in your marriage behind so you all can have a fresh start?
We need counseling.